Since this is a short practice today, we are going to get started right away with a little bit of core work. So coming into your boat pose, you can have your hands back behind you if you're looking for a bit more support. You can even have your toes down, but finding some variation of a boat pose. And holding here, tall through the spine, activated through that central line. And then lowering halfway down. Coming up and lowering down, lifting up, lowering and lifting, lowering and lifting for 6, up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pressing up into your boat, holding here for a moment. Then rolling down onto your back, keeping your legs at 90 degrees. Interlacing your hands back behind your head. Bending some bicycles here, so keeping that right knee bent, twisting towards the right. And then switching, right elbow, left knee. And switch, 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 and switch for 5, and switch, 4, and switch, 3, switch, 2, switch, 1, and finishing off. Coming back through center, straightening your legs up long towards the sky or ceiling, fingertips reaching up as well, and then pulsing your hands towards your feet. Little lowers and lifts. Keeping it moving, keeping your breath steady and connected to your body. For 10, keep moving. 9, pulse, pulse, pulse. For 8, and 7, and 6, 5, awesome job, almost there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing everything onto the mat. Knocking your knees together if your legs are bent or having them out long. Big inhale. And a long exhale. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Rocking and rolling on your spine for a few times. Back and forth. And we're going to come up into a squat. So using your hands if you need a bit of support to press yourself into a squat at the top of the mat. Maybe a gentle sway side to side to really get into that space through the hips since we haven't been here yet today. Easing out of it a bit, finding yourself and meeting yourself where you're at. And then pressing up into a forward fold. Deep or gentle bend in the knees here as well, maybe keeping that swaying motion going. Sinking through your hips, lifting tall through the spine, chair pose. Arms up long or maybe pressing together at your chest. Keeping that left foot where it's at, opening the right foot towards the back of the mat, coming into a goddess squat. Pulsing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back into your chair pose. Pulsing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Opening that left foot towards the back of the mat, goddess squat. Coming up onto your heels, or off of your heels, and then pulsing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to your chair pose, sinking a bit deeper, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Opening towards the right. Pulse. Opening towards your chair pose. Pulse. Opening to the left. Pulse. Coming back to your chair pose, stillness. Sinking down till your hips meet your heels as they come up off the mat, moving super slow. And then balancing in that space on the balls of your feet. Big inhale, arms reach high. And letting your knees slowly drop towards the mat as you interlace your hands back behind your head. Big inhale, heart reaches forward. Exhale, rounding in. Big inhale, opening. Easy exhale, round. One more time, big inhale. Rounding on the exhale. Coming through center once more. And then seeing if you can press back up onto the balls of your feet with your knees off of the mat. And then we're going to slowly lift our hips off of our heels, coming back into that chair pose. Opening up goddess squat towards the right. Holding here for a breath in and a breath out. Chair pose. Holding here for a breath in and a breath out. Opening towards the left. Breath in, breath out. Coming into your chair. And finding release through a forward fold. Big inhale. Clearing on the exhale. Stepping your right foot towards the back of the mat, pyramid pose. Maybe a gentle wiggle of the hips. Gentle bend through both knees as you sink your hips back just a bit to come forward once more. Switching sides, pyramid pose, left leg back. Gentle wiggle, maybe a shift of that energy. Bending through both knees, sinking your hips back, pressing forward, forward fold. Big inhale, halfway lift. Pressing through the palms, stepping back, downward dog. Gentle sway and shifting here. Rounding out plank pose. Lowering down onto a forearm plank. And then walking your feet towards your hands. Pressing back and forth here. Firmly through the palms. Maybe a gentle bend in the knees. Hips just shifting back and forth. And then walking back out into a forearm plank. Opening up towards the right side. Side forearm plank. Pressing the right palm down into the mat as you lift up and open towards the left. Left palm plants, opening up towards the right. And then dropping that right elbow onto the mat, side forearm plank towards the left. Coming back into your forearm plank through center. And then pressing back up into your plank. Lowering halfway down, pressing up, lowering down, up. One more time, down and up, back, downward dog. Awesome job. Big inhale. Long exhale. Walking your hands to the back of the mat, meeting in a forward fold. Sinking your hips down, finding a squat. Maybe a gentle sway side to side. Welcome to stay here if you would like to play around with the crow pose. Pressing firmly down through the palms. Knees on the back of the arms. Look forward, lean forward. Maybe neither toe comes up. Maybe one does. Maybe the other does. Maybe both do. Playing around with this space in this moment. And then coming out of that, you're welcome to stay there and play around there. If you want to try an inversion, maybe a handstand, forearm stand, headstand, allowing yourself the space and time to play here in a safe manner. Recognizing where you're at, respecting that, and building from there. So maybe a forearm balance, maybe an inversion, or maybe you're still in that squat. Choosing your own adventure here just for a few more moments. And starting to make your way out of whatever you have going on, meeting in a child's pose. And then pressing up and out of that, finding yourself in a downward dog once more. Rounding out plank pose, lowering all the way down, pressing all the way up, lowering all the way down, right back up, all the way down, back up, twice more just like that, down and up, one more time down, right back up, back, downward dog, right away, right leg sweeps up and back, down dog split. Finding a pigeon pose. Big inhale, opening that heart towards the top of the mat. And as you exhale, finding a spot here where you can breathe and release for a few breaths. Pressing your way up and out and back into your downward dog. Rounding out into that plank pose once more. Lowering halfway down, pressing right back up. Lowering all the way down, pressing all the way up. Halfway down, right back up. All the way down, all the way up. Halfway down, right back up. And one more all the way down. One more all the way up, back, downward dog. Right away, left leg up and back. Pigeon pose. Big inhale, heart reaches forward. Easy exhale, softening into this space. And pressing your way up and back into a downward dog. Rolling out final plank pose of the practice. And lowering halfway down, holding for 5, 4, awesome job, 3, 2, 1, and pressing up and holding here. Final hold, final push of strength for 10, 9, 8, awesome job. Keep it moving for 5, 4, connecting to your breath, connecting to that strength for 2 and 1, pressing your knees down, finding either a child's pose or a puppy pose. Release of the upper body, maybe tenting through the fingertips for a bit of a deeper stretch. And if you're in a puppy pose, meeting back in that child's pose. Feeling your forehead pressing onto the mats. Grounding you in this space and in this moment. Rounding up to sit. Closing your eyes once you get there. Just feeling the strength that has been cultivated in your body in a short period of time. Sending gratitude to yourself for showing up. Gratitude to your body for the strength that it holds and builds and carries with you throughout life. Big inhale, arms reach out and up. Palms pressed together at the top, pulling your thumbs into your chest, connecting to your heartbeats. Big inhale up through the nose. Long exhale out the mouth. And opening your eyes whenever you're ready. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. And let me know in the comments if you have any requests for any future videos. And with that, I will practice with you next time.